If you had these 3 pennies, you could be sitting on a fortune worth millions of dollars. Imagine reaching into your pocket, opening an old coin jar, or searching through a collection passed down by your family and discovering a penny that collectors would love to own. Today, we're looking at 3 fascinating coins that have attracted attention from collectors around the world. The 1967 Lincoln Penny, the 2019 Lincoln Penny, and the 1999 Canadian 1-cent coin. While most examples are worth only a small amount, rare varieties, mint errors, and exceptional conditions can make certain coins incredibly valuable. That's why millions of collectors continue searching through their change every day. So grab your magnifying glass, because one of these coins could be more special than you think. Let's begin with the oldest coin in today's lineup, the 1967 Lincoln Penny. This classic American coin features President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, along with the inscriptions "In God We Trust," "Liberty," and the date 1967. The Lincoln cent had already been in circulation for nearly 60 years when this coin was struck. What makes the 1967 penny particularly interesting is the era in which it was produced. The United States was experiencing major social and historical changes, and the mint was producing billions of coins to meet demand. The 1967 penny was made from 95% copper and 5% zinc, giving it the rich copper color collectors admire. Because so many were produced, most circulated examples are common today. However, condition changes everything. A heavily worn coin may only be worth a few cents, but a coin with bright original luster and virtually no wear can command much higher prices. Collectors are especially interested in examples that look almost exactly as they did when they left the mint decades ago. But condition isn't the only factor. Minting errors are what really excite collectors. Some 1967 pennies have been discovered with doubled letters, off-center strikes, die cracks, and other unusual characteristics. These errors occurred during the minting process and can make a coin far more desirable. The rarer the error, the more valuable the coin may become. That's why experienced collectors carefully inspect every detail. Even a tiny difference can make a huge impact on value. Now let's move to the second coin, the 2019 Lincoln Penny. Many people ignore modern pennies because they assume newer coins cannot be valuable. But history has proven that assumption wrong. Some modern coins have become highly sought after because of rare minting mistakes and limited varieties. The 2019 Lincoln cent continues the tradition of honoring Abraham Lincoln, whose portrait first appeared on the penny in 1909. Unlike older pennies, the 2019 version is primarily made of zinc with a thin copper coating. Billions of these coins were produced, making ordinary examples very common. Yet collectors still search through rolls of 2019 pennies looking for something unusual. Why? Because valuable errors can appear in any year. A dramatic off-center strike, double die variety, or other major minting mistake can transform an ordinary penny into a collector's prize. Professional coin graders evaluate such coins carefully, and examples with unusual features can sell for impressive amounts. Another important factor is grade. A coin that has never circulated and remains in nearly perfect condition is much more desirable than one that shows wear and damage. Many collectors purchase bankrolls hoping to find pristine examples before they enter circulation. The idea is simple. Today's pocket change could become tomorrow's collectible treasure. Now let's discuss the third coin in today's collection, the 1999 Canadian 1-cent coin. This beautiful coin represents a piece of Canadian history. The reverse features the famous maple leaf design, one of the most recognizable symbols of Canada. For decades, Canadian pennies circulated across the country, becoming a familiar part of everyday life. However, in 2012, Canada stopped distributing pennies for circulation. That decision transformed older Canadian cents into nostalgic collectibles. The 1999 Canadian penny is made primarily of copper-plated zinc and was produced in large numbers. Most examples are common, but as every collector knows, rarity isn't always about mintage. Condition plays a major role. A coin preserved in exceptional condition for decades can attract strong collector interest. Errors also matter. Some Canadian coins have been found with striking abnormalities, die varieties, and other unusual characteristics. These discoveries keep collectors searching through old coin collections and forgotten jars. Many hobbyists enjoy assembling complete Canadian cent collections, making every date important. The 1999 issue remains a popular addition to those sets. Now let's answer the question everyone wants to know. Can these coins really be worth millions of dollars? The truth is more complicated. Most examples of the 1967 Lincoln penny, 2019 Lincoln penny, and 1999 Canadian cent are not worth millions. However, the coin collecting world is filled with stories of rare varieties and extraordinary mint errors that have sold for astonishing amounts. Collectors dream of finding that one special coin. The coin that everyone else overlooked. The coin hiding in plain sight. That's why examining your coins carefully is so important. Many valuable discoveries have been made by ordinary people. Some were found in pocket change, others were discovered in inherited collections, a few even turned up in old piggy banks. Every coin has the potential to tell a story. When evaluating a coin, experts focus on several important factors. The first factor is the date. Certain years are more desirable than others. The second factor is the mint mark. A small letter indicating where the coin was produced can significantly affect value. The third factor is condition. Coins are graded on a scale, and higher grades usually command higher prices. The fourth factor is rarity. Rare varieties and mint errors often attract the strongest demand. The fifth factor is collector interest. Even a rare coin must have buyers willing to compete for it. When all these elements combine, values can climb dramatically. That's why collectors spend countless hours studying coins. Knowledge is one of the most valuable tools in the hobby. Now let's talk about a common mistake. Cleaning coins. Many beginners believe that cleaning a coin will increase its value. In reality, the opposite is usually true. Cleaning can damage the original surface and reduce collector appeal. Professional graders can often detect cleaning immediately. That's why experts recommend leaving coins exactly as they are. Even if a coin appears dirty or tarnished, preserving its original surface is usually the best choice. Another important tip is proper storage. Coins should be protected from moisture, extreme temperatures, and physical damage. Using coin holders, albums, or protective capsules can help preserve condition over time. Collectors understand that preservation is essential. A coin that survives in beautiful condition often becomes much more desirable. Let's imagine a collector examining these three coins. The first thing they notice is the date. Next, they inspect the lettering. Then they look for doubling, unusual shapes, missing details, or striking abnormalities. Finally, they evaluate the overall condition. Every scratch, mark, and area of wear tells part of the coin story. This process requires patience, but patience is often rewarded. Some of the most famous coin discoveries began with a simple observation. Someone noticed something different, something unusual, something worth investigating. That's why collectors never stop searching. The thrill of discovery is one of the greatest attractions of the hobby. A single coin can connect us to history. The 1967 Lincoln penny reminds us of America during the 1960s. The 2019 Lincoln penny represents modern United States coinage. The 1999 Canadian cent reflects a denomination that eventually disappeared from circulation. Together, these coins tell a fascinating story spanning decades. They remind us that even the smallest pieces of money can hold historical significance. And that's part of what makes coin collecting so rewarding. You're not simply collecting metal, you're collecting history. You're preserving stories. You're holding pieces of the past in your hands. So the next time you receive change, don't spend it without taking a closer look. Check the date. Check the condition. Look for unusual details. Search for mint marks. Inspect every coin carefully. Because somewhere out there, a rare discovery is waiting to be found. Maybe it's hidden in an old collection. Maybe it's sitting in a coin jar. Maybe it's already in your pocket. That's what keeps collectors searching. That's what makes the hobby exciting. And that's why these three coins, the 1967 Lincoln penny, the 2019 Lincoln penny, and the 1999 Canadian 1-cent coin continue to capture attention among collectors. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more incredible coin stories. Leave a comment below and tell us which coin you think is the most interesting. And remember, every great collection starts with a single coin. Thanks for watching, and good luck with your next treasure hunt. Some rare examples have sold for over $4,000 to $6 million, and special era coins can bring even more attention from collectors. Before you spend that quarter in your pocket, you may want to take a closer look. Welcome back to US Coin Vault, where we uncover valuable coins that could be hiding in plain sight. Today we're talking about the fascinating 1995 Washington Quarter, a coin that millions of Americans used every day, but that can still be worth serious money under the right conditions. The 1995 Washington Quarter was struck to honor America's first president, George Washington. On the front of the coin, you'll find Washington's portrait along with the words "Liberty, in God we trust," and the year 1995. The reverse features the famous eagle design that was used on quarters for decades before the state quarter program began in 1999. This coin was produced at 3 different U.S. mint facilities. Coins without a mint mark were made in Philadelphia. Coins carrying a D mint mark came from Denver. Special proof versions with an S mint mark were struck in San Francisco for collectors. The quarter is made of a copper core covered by layers of copper nickel, giving it its familiar silver appearance. It weighs 5.67 grams and has a diameter of 24.3 millimeters. While these specifications may sound ordinary, condition is what separates a common quarter from a valuable one. More than one. 5 billion quarters were produced in 1995, making it a very common date. Because of that, most circulated examples are worth only 25 cents. However, collectors are always searching for coins preserved in exceptional condition. A 1995 quarter graded at the highest mint state levels can command impressive prices. Coins certified as MS67 or higher are extremely difficult to find because even tiny scratches, marks, or weak strikes can reduce a grade. Some top quality examples have sold for thousands of dollars at auction. But condition isn't the only thing that matters. Error coins are often where the real excitement begins. One of the most sought after varieties is the double die error. On these coins, certain letters or numbers may appear doubled due to a mistake during the die creation process. Collectors carefully examine the inscriptions and date looking for signs of doubling. Another valuable error is an off-center strike. This occurs when the coin blank isn't perfectly positioned during the minting process. The result is a coin with part of the design missing and a blank area on one side. Depending on the severity and overall appearance, these errors can sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Some 1995 quarters have also been found with clipped planchets, die cracks, die breaks, or other unusual minting mistakes. These unusual features can make an otherwise common coin much more desirable. If you're checking your own 1995 quarter, start by looking at the mint mark. Then inspect the surfaces carefully under good lighting. Look for sharp details in Washington's hair, clean lettering, and minimal wear. A magnifying glass can help you spot possible errors that are difficult to see with the naked eye. Collectors also recommend examining the coin's luster. Original mint luster often appears as a bright, cartwheel-like shine that moves across the surface when the coin is tilted under light. Strong luster combined with minimal contact marks can significantly increase value. Proof versions from San Francisco are another category worth mentioning. These coins were specially made for collectors using polished dies and planchets, resulting in mirror-like surfaces and frosted details. High-grade proof quarters can also attract strong collector interest. The truth is that most 1995 quarters won't make you rich overnight. However, finding a high-grade example or a genuine mint error could turn a simple 25-cent coin into a collectible worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. So the next time you receive change at a store, don't ignore those quarters. That ordinary-looking 1995 Washington quarter might be hiding a valuable secret that collectors are willing to pay big money to own. If you enjoyed this coin hunt, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for US Coin Vault. You never know which everyday coin could be worth a fortune. Thanks for watching, and happy collecting.